Hey, deserving listeners, Ed and Liz, let's continue watching.
Right now.
You didn't learn from this experience.
You didn't learn from this experience.
I did too, Liz. I did.
No, you didn't.
Oh my God,
I'm not
I
talking
did.
about a relationship, Ed. I'm trying to say goodbye to you, and you're trying to bring up the next guy that comes into my life? Are you kidding me?
Well, I tried to apologize for smarting off to your mom, and then you...
That's it. But then you had excuses.
Oh, you don't know how to talk to women.
You don't.
So, using this as a jumping off point or trying to comment on I think what he just did was an attempt to differentiate in that moment. It wasn't successful, but I think in that moment he was trying to return to the beginning. Sometimes that can help for differentiate. It's like, okay, my goal, because I think that's what we're hearing, is that they were separated for a while she was in another room, and then he thought, oh, I crossed the line. When she comes back in, I'm going to apologize. I think that's as far as he got. I don't think he was aware of really the necessary work he would have to do to fully even begin to, not even fully apologize, but to legitimately and credibly apologize. But he's wanting an olive branch. So he did that. Things are now spinning out of control, and he's like, okay, return. Well, what I was trying to do was apologize, but it's a half measure, and because, but then you. So I just want to say that because you've all been in fights like this. You might literally be in a fight like that right now, meaning that with your partner, there's tension or something because of a fight you had yesterday or something. Or you'll get in a fight like this in the future. So it's important to know these mental processes and these differentiation elements, signs of, and listen to my episodes on differentiation and Bowenian theory if you want more information. It's really kind of complicated, but it's very elegant as an idea. It's both relational and internal anyway. So I say that as a way of raising awareness for ourselves, because we've all had moments like that where we started off before engaging, saying, okay, I want to say this, or you have a simple plan of like, I just want to make up, or I just want it to, I want to extend an olive branch. And then you try it, things don't really work out, probably because of both of you. And then at some point, as things are spinning out of control, wait, this is what happened the last time. I've been trying to avoid that. And okay, I just need to return to the beginning. It kind of had that look to it.
You don't know how to
have
talk to women.
excuses. You don't even know how to talk to me. Why don't you just start?
Liz,
why don't you
don't know how to talk to men.
You're not a man, Ed. You're a child.
Okay, bye. Have a nice life.
And this whole weird conversation about he doesn't know how to talk to women and she doesn't know how to talk to men. What are we? Just what does that have to do with anything? It's that he doesn't. They both have issues regarding their traumas, particularly him. If he were gay, then he would have trouble. It's not that he doesn't want to talk to women. It's that when he's triggered, then he engages in a repetitive, patterned response of self-protection that actually harms himself ultimately, as we all do.
You, Ed. I literally just wanted to say bye.
And you didn't.
No, I did come out. I'm giving you everything. Oh my God, I hate you.
Okay, so to stay on the differentiation plan, goal-directed topic, she just said, I literally just wanted to say bye. So if I were to analyze that, or if I were to incorporate that into at least the edit and me reacting to it, I talked about how she would, like anyone in her shoes, would start to lose differentiation even just pulling into the driveway, right? So it kind of sounds like she had a plan at some point, because she had to fly all the way out to Arkansas. I'm sure, there's a few days of thinking, okay, I've got to leave. I got to get things packed, blah, blah, blah. And there would be some thought of like, okay, how do I want things to go down? And it sounds like she had the plan, the goal of, I want to get my shit and I just want to say bye. And I don't want to fight. And yet, as soon as they saw each other in the edit, she started to go after him, which you could say he deserves, fine. But that doesn't seem like that was her plan. So by the time she lands in Arkansas on the plane, she she's driving up to the house, she's getting out, she's walking in the door. Differentiation is plummeting, right? And we tend to have a general differentiation range that we are capable of, given how much differentiation was in our family and also amount of therapy we've been through and self-awareness. And I think for both of them, they have a relatively low baseline differentiation, but there's a range. If things are going well and they have a lot of skill or practice or behaviors to help them differentiate, then it'll raise. If they are not engaging in that practice, or the situation is so toxic that it would ruin anyone's differentiation level, including us watching it, by the way. That's another element, is that as you're watching something like this, you will be triangulated and your differentiation will go down. Anyway, so as therapists, we have to be very aware of differentiation, very aware of how to manage it. What are the indications of different levels of differentiation? Because as marriage and family therapists, it is a very toxic, or often a very difficult emotional field that we'll be we're actually asking to be different, to be triangulated into it. And so we have to be very buttoned up. In spite of that, we will still lose differentiation. It's just a matter of time, and it's just going to happen. But we have to manage anyway. So it sounds like by the time she got face to face with him, then she had lost differentiation, which would be normal for anyone, but I think particularly given her history and her and both of their issues. The other way of describing differentiation is that it's an element of a relationship. We have an individual experience or baseline or differentiation, a way about us, but also relationships have different levels of differentiation, meaning the ability to separate and come together in a healthy way. They're trying right now to separate, but they can't, right? So that they're fused. They can't help but to engage with each other, right? So that's another element of the elegant but complicated topic of differentiation, is both interpersonal and intrapersonal. Anyway, so I think she just said, I just want to say, well, that's not what you did. As soon as you came in, you were going after him, insulting him, making fun of. Yeah, and again, we could say that he deserves it, but it sounds like that wasn't her plan.
Ew, I hate you so much.
You're so triggered.
You, Ed.
Wasn't the first time I heard that.
He can't listen to anything.
Watching this, you can imagine people saying, well, what were you expecting, Liz? But messy breakups are expected. There's no shame in that.
This could definitely be the last time that I ever see Ed in person. I definitely feel like I deserve to be loved without the constant fear of being left behind. And because of Ed, I don't even know if I'm gonna trust love. Like, it can feel good for 1 minute, but it's still in the back of my head that it's never gonna work out.
All right, let's take a break. The rest of the video, members only, and otherwise, please take care of yourself because you deserve it. You really, really do.